Okay, guys, so I'm going to show you why I've been Ubering and why I've been doing so much hustle and stuff because I'm be honest with you, I have an addiction. What I've done was automate my entire house. There are about 50 something different components in this house right now, and I don't plan on stopping. I plan on having automated blinds, and I plan on having automated door locks and automated thermostat and everything else. So I don't know. I'm crazy. This is what I do. I tend to obsess over things. So this is roughly about 700 to, I think it's between 700 to $1,000 worth of stuff over the course of 4 months. I've been basically hustling and Ubering to get everything that you see here. First, starting with these Petame bulbs. I shouldn't have gotten these because these are Amazon and they're only 2.4 gigahertz. And then when my router was overtaxed, somehow my 2.4 gigahertz leg kind of just stopped working. So that was annoying. But literally every light you see, I think I've showed you this before. Okay, Google, turn all lights blue.
Sure, changing 24 lights to blue.
Now
Sorry,
the
it looks like Neil's room isn't available right now.
Now, these two lights right here, those are security protocol lights that run on my Samsung security protocol. These lights and that light right there, they're just for entry and exit to to the house or being able to see at dark when the sensors pick you up. Okay, Google, turn all lights white. Oh. Okay, Google, turn all lights white. Okay, so getting back to the
Changing
thing.
24 lights to white. Sorry, it looks
This
like
is a
Neil's room
Samsung
isn't
button
available right
for
now.
when it's up in my bedroom for if I hear something. It basically, well, I can't tell you what it does, but it, it, it gives me more security. We'll just put it that way. We have the Samsung motion sensors, so that they're on both floors of the house. So in case I hear, in case something happens to the house where I'm gone, I'll be instantly alerted. Of course, the water leak sensor I told you about, the pipe that freezes in there in the sink. When this has a temperature sensor on it, so that when the temperature hits 38 degrees, this is linked to a small heater underneath the sink, which is also on a smart plug, and that turns on and warms it up pretty good in there. Of course, I told you about the sensors. There are actually five of these on every window and door of the house at the first floor. This Raspberry Pi 4 gigabyte computer is serving as a dual purpose. Right now upstairs, I'm making a vanity complete with LED strip lights around the TV with this, and I'm also going to be starting some coding with this, learning how to code. So I actually didn't pay that price for it. There's a funny story behind that. I don't pay full price for anything. So anyway, this is a Wise Cam. This camera is actually right up there, and this has a full 360-degree view of the house when I have it turned on and I have the alarm set up. So that camera will follow you. I can talk to you through that camera, and I can record videos through that camera if you have an SD card in, and it's good for cops. See what the hell's going on. So over here, I had to replace my old backdoor camera with this SmartThings camera that basically just sits right out that window. You can actually see it right there. And that's because I have a lot of activity that goes on in my neighborhood, and I'm not sure about, and I have a corner house with no gate, so I'm actually becoming more and more paranoid. I think now that I think about it, a gate might have cost about $1,000 instead of like $1,000 in technology. Anyway, so the Google Home Hub, this is really good for my son or myself. Like if my wife is over in her cubby studying, and like my son is over watching TV or something like that, I could be over on that. That is a cast device. It casts YouTube. It casts everything you need. From your phone, and it's good for me studying when I'm and taking quick mental notes and stuff like that. So the Samsung Hub is because not too many routers can take 50 something bulbs and all these components, because each one of these components has their own IP address. So what happens is that'll bog down your network of your what you call it. Like I said, like I went with a bootleg mesh network. I didn't mesh system. I didn't get like the Google Mesh or the Amazon Mesh. There's actually a bunch of mesh Wi-Fi network systems. I actually just kind of like this, and I'm actually going to make that centrally located in a house somewhere because I have a small house. So you need a hub because these talk to the hub, and it clears up some bandwidth speed. So that's basically what my addiction is. And it's like, this is what I do on rainy days because, at the end of the day, I'd rather be biking. Anyway, guys, thanks for indulging me. Take care, guys. If you need to know anything about smart home devices, I've literally, over the last 3 months, been experimenting and tinkering, so I have a ton of knowledge to share. Also, you can go on YouTube. There's a ton of great channels that talk about all this stuff that literally make a career out of just buying different items and reviewing them. I'm not going to be that. What I'm trying to do is I am aiming to be a professional installer, so that once you get this stuff in your house, because once you start this, it gets crazy. You're not going to want to stop. Okay? So, and you're going to realize how much more useful it is as long as your network doesn't crash. Don't ask. So, if you need any advice, come to me. I'll give you some, quick, short words about what I know. And thanks for listening to me. And until next time.